Hello, everybody.
Hello, YouTube.
Oh, this is cool. I like this. Do you want to lower it? No, I think that's pretty
Perfect
good.
spot, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty
The thing
good.
is
They just can't see the TV.
I can.
They just can't see the TV.
Let's see if I can get this to work. There we go.
It's not too bad.
Can you see? Yeah, that's perfect.
It's not too bad.
That's perfect.
They see us in the background.
Yeah.
Not that it's so weird to see us, but then see us again. That's
Yeah.
even weirder. Saba wants his chair.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
It's funny seeing ourselves on TV and then seeing ourselves on TV and then
And
seeing
then ourselves. We're on TV, on
multiple
TV, on TV.
locations. Yeah. So hi everyone. I hope you guys are having a good week. It's been a busy weekend for us, even though we've been home. Did a lot of stuff.
We've traveled all over the place.
I know, we flew so many locations.
Maybe that's why we're so tired. We're jet lagged.
Whew. We flew to so many provinces. I think we touched every province this weekend.
Have we really?
I think except for Saskatchewan and
I
Alberta.
don't think we did this. I didn't think we did
Yeah, so
Saskatchewan.
we'll be visiting those next weekend though. So how is everyone doing today? I hope you guys are having a good evening. Today's word of the week is Smartpoints. So we'll be talking about Smartpoints. But first, we'll start off by giving you guys just a bit of updates of what's been happening this week for us, right?
Yeah. I mean, what time is it? Do you want to wait a few minutes?
No, we start now because if we cover the topic though, we'll watch later. So we weighed in yesterday during our workshop.
We did.
If you guys watched that, you would have seen that we weighed in. I weighed.
We were supposed to show you guys videos of that. However, we kind of put the videos on our phones, which we did once again today, have them on our phones. And we're supposed to post those. But we do have them, so maybe we'll just post them in our group at one point.
Yeah.
To show you that we did weigh in.
So I weighed in at 189.8. I went up 1.7. So I'm overall minus 99.2. I'm not worried. I'm not.
And we talked about that yesterday in a workshop, at a workshop, saying that it was it could be muscle because we've been doing a lot more muscle building exercises right now than a lot of cardio. Like we've been doing a lot of push-ups, a lot of this, a lot of that. So it's insane. And I actually went down. I'm at 186.3. I went down 1.8. So I'm a total loss of 89.8 pounds.
So let us know in the chat how you guys are doing.
Yes, how are you guys doing and how you guys did this week.
Yeah.
And again, don't think of this number as being the end all and be all of your journey. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Especially right now. And I agree with what Rosie is saying. All of this exercise is making us hungry.
That's a fact. And plus us being home all the time.
And it's
also
readily available.
It's not just that. It's being home sometimes. It's just.
It's easier
to. There's a lot less things to do.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you're just like, I'm hungry, and it's happening to us too.
Oh,
we're still
completely.
tracking though, so we're good.
We're tracking.
It's still happening to us as well.
I want to sit up more because I feel like I'm like, ooh.
So we worked out every day this week.
Posture.
We worked out every day this week. We went live every day, so I hope you guys enjoyed working out with us this week.
We actually got our step in the other day from Amazon because we did a step class without the step and we found it very difficult. Yeah. So by buying the step, it made it a little bit easier for us. Much easier, actually.
Yeah. And then Wednesday we actually did a virtual visit on Wednesday with Stratford with Megan.
With Megan.
Yeah, Megan's the coach there.
Yes.
So kind of little star here. So with our virtual visits we're doing, weekday ones are a little harder for us because we both have full-time jobs and because we're working out every day and we want to make sure that our routine is not disrupted by all the visits. We're taking an approach where right now we're concentrating on weekend workshops and eventually maybe in a few weeks, 1 or 2 weeks, we'll start doing weekday ones.
Exactly.
Based on our availability. So we'll see when those show up.
And I think what ends up happening is eventually our weekend workshops might slow down a little bit, so it'll be easier to squeeze in a weekday.
We did 18 this weekend.
We did 18 workshops, and it's so funny. It's been great. I cannot tell you guys enough how amazing these workshops. And we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah. Friday I went to do our groceries, which was a weird experience.
Completely.
I don't know if any of you guys have done groceries yet since like all the lockdowns has been, especially in Ontario. I don't know about wherever you guys are from, but like we had to line up outside.
Yeah, we went early in the morning prior to actually starting work just to avoid congestion. We weren't exactly sure how busy it was going to be, and we wanted to make sure that the people, the elderly or the seniors, were able to get in first and then get out. And they were great. They were well organized, it seemed. People in the grocery store seemed to be acting regularly, other than when you were in line, they had plexiglasses on each cashier, not on the cashier themselves, but on the actual, the checkout line. And then there was a separate line and someone was actually directing us to each cashier. So it was interesting. And there was like dots on the ground that we had to stand by to be 6 feet apart.
And Saturday, so we did virtual visits in Charlottetown, Moncton, Burlington, Fredericton, Pickering, Chelmsford, Massachusetts, Mississauga West,
Orleans, Langley, and Nanaimo.
And then last night, or also either yesterday during the day, a virtual workshop.
Which was a lot of fun. It's been great going into these workshops, guys, because and we're starting to see a lot of other people go into other workshops. We actually noticed a lot of people following us in workshops. It's kind of funny.
We saw Sue.
We love it. We saw Kim and Sue and Lynn. And, it was really cool.
Hey guys, we want to really emphasize, visit the other virtual workshops.
Yes.
You guys have a unique experience right now to see and get tips from across the country, and we learned stuff today.
Oh, completely. And we've learned stuff in the last couple of days. The 5 Ds. Has anybody heard of these 5 Ds? And I loved it, and I'm going to reiterate it right now. The 5 Ds. So if you are in the mood to have a snack and you are trying to figure something out and say, I don't want to, first thing you do is delay. First D. Delay. Second thing you do is distract. Do something. Get busy. Do something else. Next thing you do is drink a glass of water. After that, take a deep breath. And then the last thing you do is discuss. Talk to somebody about the cravings that you're having. Yeah. So I love those 5 Ds. I thought that was fantastic, and I'm going to remember those forever.
And there was the whole tip about if you're working from home, to in order to help you kind of separate your home life to your work life. Some member said that she actually walks outside the house 3 times with her coat on after she gets dressed and does a shower, and then when she walks back into the house, it's now work. And so pack your lunch, make sure your lunch is packed, and at work you only use that packed lunch, so only eat from that packed lunch. Do not go anywhere else in your cupboards to get anything else from today.
I'm just reading the chop, and everyone's saying if it is choppy on YouTube right now, go from Explorer to Chrome. I guess it's better on Chrome. YouTube is acting better on Chrome right now. And that's awesome, Richard. Richard was saying that Dawn attended 3 workshops today, which is great. And Dawn and Richard are actually the people we visited in
Massachusetts.
In Chelmsford, Massachusetts. And another weird thing, just to let you know, Dawn and Richard, there's a Chelmsford, Ontario, which is real close to Sudbury, Ontario, which was really weird when we found out that you guys were from Chelmsford, Massachusetts. Yeah, the 3 Ds, Jose, are really... The 5 Ds, sorry. The 5 Ds are huge. And then one of the funny things is everyone's like, what about the 6D? In one group, the 6D was Doritos. And in another group, the 6D was divorce. Because people were like, I'm tired of my husband.
That's funny.
So it was kind of cute.
So, like we said, you'll learn a lot of stuff from visiting other locations. So we really encourage you. On our Facebook group, I actually posted today all the locations in Canada and their times, the coaches, so that you can actually look it up for a certain day of the week if you're looking at a specific time. I include both the time zone, the original time zone, as well as the Eastern time zone.
And Kim's husband said there's a Sudbury, Massachusetts too.
That's cool.
That's really cool. How weird is that?
Yeah. And so it was great, and then, like I said, we encourage you guys to please visit your virtual workshops.
And this is actually, if I'm not mistaken, an already recipe that we've already released.
Yes.
This is our carbonara recipe.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. Well, it's already
because Bev asked, are you guys teasing with another recipe behind us?
No, it's already out.
It's already out. It's an already released recipe.
And then last night we did our dance party.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
We actually had people in Zoom, which was a lot of fun. We do understand that there was some issues with the volume. The thing is, too, is we're trying to keep it not too loud in our condo because we've gotten an email, and not personally directed to us, but in general, they're like, okay, we understand you guys are all stuck at your house, but please, and try to exercise and do this, but be respectful of other units. So, unfortunately, the Zoom part for the dance party might not work next time. I think it's better on Facebook. We think Zoom also, because it has limitations of 40 minutes, it's just not going to work for we don't want to buy it. We can't afford to buy it. Unfortunately, no, not at this point in time.
It's expensive, so we can't afford to do it. So we'll probably just stick to Facebook and YouTube when we do these kinds of things, because it seems to work. You guys still interact with us, and we find it's easier to keep track of this and having also Zoom on the other side to try to keep track of.
However, we're not saying, Zoom freezes a lot, but Facebook Live is okay. Yeah, that's what we're still gonna do Facebook Live. It was still fun to see you guys. That's the only downfall about that.
I love this right here.
It would have been so much fun to still see you guys, but we'll figure something out. Maybe we'll try a different app. There has to be different
so we need to ask questions to our guests.
So Seba, how are you doing? How are you doing today?
Like,
how many Smartpoints did you use today?
How was your journey? Well, it was a chicken dinner.
Oh, he's 0 points there.
0 points dinner.
But there was gravy.
Yeah, there was probably other things in there. Yeah, you get comfortable
oh my
right
goodness,
there.
That is so cute. So weird because from the camera view, if we're looking at the camera, the TV's cut off, but in the actual, on our screen, it's not cut off.
Yeah, that's because that one's this one.
You know what, Carol? Oh, this is YouTube there. Oh, okay, now I see that.
So, yeah.
No, that's Facebook. That's Facebook. That's YouTube. You started that one. Yeah. You should know
I need to plug in that phone.
What's really fun though, I'll be honest with you, is someone just said something. The music was good. You know what, Carol, why the music was so good? Because it was all music you guys requested.
Yeah, we picked all your music.
Everything that was on that list was requests from people, and we tried to get as many as we can. We're going to keep the same list, and we're going to make it grow, so next time we do this, we'll have the same type of list. Don't make me, I'm putting my feet up.
So then, today we did 8 more workshops.
Yep.
We went to Charlottetown, St. John's West.
And then we were in Sydney, Canada and St. Catharines, Winnipeg,
Nanaimo,
and then Prince George.
I think Jana's here.
Is she watching right now?
I just saw her.
Jana, are you watching?
Yeah,
She's a coach.
Yeah, she was
from
commented,
Winnipeg.
and we also got to go to Prince George. All these locations, also, guys, it's fun for us because we've wanted to visit the West Coast and the East Coast.
So Jana,
and Quebec and all these other provinces that we've
did.
never been able to. So this is giving us a chance to meet everyone across the country. It's great.
And what's really cool is next Saturday, I'm gonna let you guys know, we are actually going to have a phone call with Jana. She agreed to have to join us on our live workshop. And I'd love to talk to her about her journey because apparently she's shed like over 100 something pounds.
We have a few other coaches that we want, like we have Paula that we want to talk to at some point. So we're gonna try to organize something with her on a Saturday just to see how her availability. But we have other coaches that we want to do that with as well. And it was great to it was just great to see other locations. Like we've never actually interacted much with Winnipeg members. We didn't know any of the Facebook groups. Like we're part of many groups and we see other locations, but Winnipeg was one of the places that we didn't really know many people from. So it's so nice today to see that group of people. Same with Prince George was another group that we never really interacted with.
And it was very cute. I have to admit this. Last night, Prince George, they reached out to us via our group, and it was Tony or Antonetta, or another Antonetta. What are the odds that we know 2 Antonettas that both work for WW?
Yeah.
And she reached out. She's like, "What can we do? Can you guys present?" She was all so excited to meet us, and it is overwhelming to us.
It's funny because everybody that gets we get nervous when we show up at workshops. So it's funny that people get nervous for us showing up, but.
It was Jennifer who was the coach in that meeting, and she's like, "I'm just letting you know, I was very, very nervous knowing I was going to meet you two." And we're like, "Really?" It blows our minds. Yeah. It really does. It makes us feel really, really. It makes us feel special, and we know we're just 2 regular guys that love doing what we're doing so far. So.
So the next, now we're going to actually start about a topic today. So today's topic is Smartpoints. You'll notice a lot of our topics don't interact directly with what the topics are in the virtual workshops anymore.
Because we think the virtual workshop topics have changed.
Yes. So these were the original topics that we're going to do in their studios during the month of March and April. And we decided to keep them because our workshop that we do on Saturdays, the one we did yesterday, dealt more with this week's routine topic, all those kinds of ideas. And today we'll keep the original topics. We'll have 2 different topics every week that we're going to discuss with you guys. So, Smartpoints. So what are Smartpoints first of all? So for those who don't know, Smartpoints are WW ways we track our food. So whenever we eat something, each food has a point associated to it, and we use that to track our food. Some foods have 0 points on certain plans, and so you use that. This is a kind of a tool we use to keep track of the foods we eat.
It's always funny because it's funny. It's called Smartpoints, but you have to use your points smartly.
Yes.
Right?
Think of it as like a bank account. That's what we always say.
I'm gonna actually give you guys a little tidbit. I say even think of it as a game. A lot of us are visual visual people, right? So one of the things that it's delayed behind us. Yeah. It's like us between us and us. And us. I've always wanted to do that. Yeah, so how cool is that? Yeah. So as I was saying, being visual people myself, find something that you can use to point things out. So if you have 30 points, you have a visual cue. And then split up your points per day in these jars. Like, get jars out. So you know, I use 3 points. There you go. Because a lot of times using the app, doing this and seeing your points go into a jar and seeing what you no longer have, I think would really help a few people get familiarized with their points.
Okay. So that's one thing that we tend to use. You have to think of your points as money. When you only have a certain amount of money in your bank account, you can only buy certain things, get certain items. So think of it that way with your points. That's what you have to use throughout your entire week in order to budget your food intake.
And in order to gain more points, what do you have to do? You need to put an activity in. So always look at it that way.
Yeah, make more money by doing activity.
Yep. Go to your job.
Yeah. Go to your job, exactly.
Go to your job, exactly. And your job in this journey is working out.
So when you have these points, though, you need to spend them wisely, and that's what we always tell people. You need to figure out throughout your day how you want to spend them, because you only have a limited amount. So you need to look at your entire day and say, where do I want to spend the bulk of my points today? Do I want it at lunch? Do I want it at dinner? Am I having plans tonight? Am I going out? Well, right now, none of us are going out, but back in the day when we were going out, you need to figure out what the best things that you want to do with these points and plan for it. And so ways that we plan for it is sometimes if we have events, we'll eat 0-point foods throughout the day so that we're not overindulging on things with points. We'll do things where we'll save a lot of our weeklies, or we'll eat less throughout the week, so some of our daily points get banked into our weekly points. So if we know we have a big event on the weekend, we can use those at that time. Right now, with the current situation, we tend to just save our weeklies for the weekend. We do. We know that during the week, we're very much controlled. Weekends, pack a lunch. We know what we're going to eat. We don't overeat during the week. It's just on weekends we tend to be more, there's more stuff. There's more time to just sit around, so we tend to eat a bit more, so we save them for that time of the week.
We do, and I will repeat the 5 Ds after. We'll make sure we type them out in the text, or actually I'll post them in our Facebook group. I'll make a post with the 5 Ds in our Facebook group so everybody has them. As far as, also another way of looking at your smart points too, don't forget, there's other ways of banking smart points. So people tend to forget, if you don't eat your smart points, we have rollover points on every single day. So if you are eating within your healthy range and you have 4 points or less,
it'll bank
you are able to roll over those 4 points
to your weeklies.
To the next day.
No, to your weeklies.
To weeklies? I thought it was to the next day.
No, it's to your weeklies. It's bank to your weeklies.
Jana or anybody, can we get confirmation on that, just in case?
Weeklies.
Yes, I thought it was to your next day, because I thought you were only allowed to use it the following day.
No, it goes to your weeklies.
So I guess it goes to your weeklies.
And so then you get to use them throughout the week. See? Weeklies.
Okay.
So
thanks. Just wanted to make sure.
He didn't believe me. You
I
can
didn't
tell
believe
he
him.
didn't believe me.
I didn't
That's
believe
why
him.
he kept that.
Because I swear your 4 points could only go to your next day because you weren't able to use them for the week. I thought you could only use them that following day.
No.
No, it goes to your weeklies. Okay, I thank you. I still thought it was the next day.
So use those coins. If you have issues with figuring this out, use the coins as a visual, like Jean-Luc was saying earlier.
Or if you don't have coins, just use pieces, something.
Dominoes, anything like that's pieces that you can show, okay, I want to do this for lunch, that for dinner, this for breakfast, and then figure out using those as a tool.
I couldn't find anything. I was going to use tea light candles originally, but then I was like, oh, I have a game with some pieces in it instead. Yeah, Monopoly money is a great idea, Brenda.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
And for some people, that's what you need. You guys, I think a lot of you guys remember the show Love It or List It. It was a show that she helped people with their finances.
And she gave them jars.
She gave them jars for budgeting to help them figure it out. Because when you don't see something visually, sometimes it doesn't connect to what's happening.
Yep.
So if you have issues with your points or tracking, use this as a tool to help you out.
That's actually a little cool little segue is about envisioning your plate. Right? And envisioning the smart points that fit on each plate. Because each smart point has a different size to things, right? So also think of, if I'm going to have a point that's 10 points, but it's really tiny.
It was till death do us part.
Thank you. Yes, till death do us part.
Yes.
It was a little tiny portion of food that's 10 points, but then I can get a bigger portion of food that's worth 5 points.
Yeah.
That's another way of looking at your smart points, right?
Yeah. It's also like one of the things that we always tell people is that the Weight Watchers Smart Points are basically calories for dummies. If you think about it, you walk to a store, you look at all the cookies in the entire aisle, and you start scanning them. First box you grab 1 cookie is 10 points. Next box you grab 2 cookies is 3 points. Which box will you want to go towards?
Yeah.
Probably the one with 2 cookies for 3 points because you get more bang for your buck. And that's something that we use a lot as well. We prefer bulk as opposed to treat. So for example, like Jean-Luc loves chocolate, but you know what, if he can get more chocolate for the lower amount of points, he'll tend to do that because having more bulk for us fills us more. And so we tend to do that a lot with our points.
And it's also one of those things too, we see certain snacks at certain times of evening. Yeah. If we see a snack that's 2 points for 10 crackers, but we see another snack that's 3 points for 20 crackers, we'll go for the 3 points for 20 crackers.
Because it makes us
1 extra point, more crackers.
Yeah,
It feels like we're eating more, but we're really not, right?
So Bev was asking about points. Yes, smart points do decrease as you lose weight. So when I first started with the blue or smart points, I think I was at 40 something.
And me too. I was at 42 or 43 when
and I'm at 27.
Started.
So as you lose weight, your dailies start to go down every as you start. I think it's 5 pounds. Every 5 pounds you lose a point.
Who's the peanut gallery, Kim? Is that your... So, yeah, your hubby is the peanut gallery. I love it. That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Do you have your headset in? Is that why? Another thing too is mapping out your budget, and we've already talked about that a little bit too, is figuring how many smart points you have left for the day and using them accordingly, or mapping out your days.
Yeah.
Saying, okay, I know my breakfast is this many points, my lunch is this many points, and my dinner is this many points.
And for us, it's very easy. We tend to have the same breakfast every day, always 0 points. And right now, here at home, our lunches have been 0 points.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, we've not been having breakfast at home. It's been a meal that we've been skipping because when we wake up, we go straight to work, which is something that's not good. But then our lunches are become breakfast and lunch combined.
And we're
together.
usually eating them a little bit earlier than we normally do too.
Yeah, and also because we're not doing the gym in the morning. That's another thing.
That's it.
We used to be very hungry in the morning because we used to go to the gym, and so now we're waking up and we're not as hungry as we used to be. So instead of doing a lunch and a breakfast, we're actually just doing one lunch with a lot of the contents from breakfast and lunch together. So it's working for us.
Yeah. Sorry, I hope if Gwen is watching, we're in the middle of a live show, so we can't really speak right now.
You keep pausing me.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Can you check?
I'm gonna go check my iPad and see if I can reply back.
So tracking, how can you track? So a lot of people say, how am I going to track these points? There's different ways to do it. We don't like tracking. One of the first things that we lose track of when we're struggling is tracking, because that's why when freestyle came out for us, it was a savior, because when it was back to the old Smartpoints program, we were tracking so many items and we didn't like doing that. So the fact that we were able to track less things, well, we still tracking them because they're still 0 points, but we didn't have to actually calculate points for them. But one of our tricks is we actually track in bulk. We don't actually go into the app and track each food item separately. We actually go in and say lunch, and then put in all the lunch items and then submit it at once. So we don't track each item, identify each item, and that works for us because, like we said, we don't like tracking. So we found the most efficient way to track that we can still put our points in, but not overdo it so it's taking too much of our time.
Yeah, exactly. And I think when we first started, when we were doing this originally, Nick would only bulk track, and I would actually be a little bit more diligent at the beginning of putting everything I was having. I might bulk track, but in my bulk I would have specific words that would remind me of what I ate that day.
Yeah. Another way you can track too is you can pre-track. So a lot of people do this if they know they're having breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They already know what they're having the next day. Put it in the day before so that you're already done, everything's in, and you know what you're going to be eating throughout the day. That's a lot of people do that. We've never done that except when we're having a party of some kind. Sometimes we'll do that. We'll know that all day will be 0, so we'll track all day, and then we'll save the bulk for the evening.
Quick add if you know the point value and add it up.
That's
exactly how we do it.
That's what we do.
That's why we call it bulk tracking.
Bulk tracking, because we just do a quick add and we say lunch and we put all the points together. We don't put them individually. Yeah, so Kim says she goes to usually mostly quick add.
Exactly, and Carol, if you do what ends up happening is what we love about this program is the fact that everybody can make it work for them, right? There's not there's no cookie cutter method to this madness.
No,
it's here's tools, make it work.
Yeah.
There's no one forcing you to do anything any specific way.
And we want to make sure to reiterate that.
Corn. You just said corn, Lynn.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that we want to reiterate. It's the fact that WW doesn't tell you need to follow this way. It says here are all these tools. There's active, there's tracking, there's recipe builder, there's quick add, there's all these different things. Pick the items that work for you. And that's what we've done this time. That's what worked for us. We picked the items that help us on our journey. Not everything that WW offers that we follow.
Another thing I want to emphasize too is because you have points to certain foods, and yes, it is great to say what we did by saying, okay, we're going to go for something that has more points than less points because we get more. Be smart sometimes and enjoy things you always enjoyed and include them in your budget.
Amanda just says saving a meal you have often works well too. Yeah.
Don't give up on those meals because guess what? Yes, saving those meals, but I'm saying those indulgent meals that you want to spend the 50 points on it.
Yeah.
Do it. I'm not saying do it all the time, but when you do want to have that meal because you know there's no other option, have it. I think what ends up happening is we tend to want to deprive ourselves so much that when we do end up faltering, we falter way too much. Mm-hmm. So if you actually allow yourself to have those points from time to time on that really indulgent meal, go for it. Like cake. Yes, Jose, like cake.
Another trick that we we share with people is sometimes you're on the go and you don't have time to track. Another way that you can get yourself ready to get through this is to take pictures. Say you're at a conference, you're out and about, and you just don't have time to track. Take a picture of your meal. So when that night when you're sitting down, you finally have time to take a break, you can look back at the picture like, okay, I remember I had this, that's probably this point, and then at least you'll be able to guesstimate what the points were from what you ate. And Rosie says Lindy does that. It's a very good trick if you're a very busy person. So this way you have time, if you do all at once, so you don't have to do it throughout the day. So that's a good way that people can...
Exactly. We don't call it cheating either, Jenna. Actually, we call it indulging. Like, that's the huge word that we use. It's not a cheat meal. There's no such thing as cheating. You do not cheat on WW.
Yeah.
You do not cheat.
And another one we said is the recipe builder. Is another good tool where you can put in your recipes, even the recipes you have had since you were a child. Put them in and it can actually calculate the points for you per serving, so that's another good trick that you can use.
And that's something we should all be using right now that we're stuck at home and we have pantries that we have things in that we've never used before. You can pull that stuff out, put it into the recipe builder, and it will build a recipe for you from things you already have.
And we said this a lot throughout the virtual workshops this weekend. We're all stuck at home right now. For the last years, we've all had, oh, I want to finish painting. Someone said it today, I want to finish painting my basement. Oh, I need to clean out this closet. Oh, I need to go through this.
I think it was a coach that said she got paint before the quarantine so she could have her husband to do it.
So right now, do those chores. This is going to last a few weeks. You're stuck at home right now. Do anything that you can do that can make you active. Cleaning out a closet means you're standing up, you're lifting boxes, you're moving things around. That's activity. Do these things, get them done, clean out your house. And you don't have to do it one day. You're going to be there for a while. We actually washed our windows this week. Just one swipe on the outside windows here. We have to do it again. We do the entire chore at once. Split up the smaller chunks and do it every day. You're home anyways, and it's activity that you can use every day towards your points that you're trying to, and the foods you're trying to get. You're not just sitting down and doing nothing if you have nothing else to do. Do puzzles, things to help your mind.
We actually are thinking of possibly getting a puzzle of some kind.
These two brats here might be a little
We might need to find some type of concoction that we can put the puzzle in and not have them destroy it, but we can use a table and think.
And Rosie said, my room hasn't been this clean in years. That's what I mean. Take the time to take care of you right now. You're at home, take care of your homes, your family, get together, talk through Zoom, talk through Facebook Messenger, go have virtual meetings with people, reconnect with people, but not physically, just visually.
Yeah, socially, still be social, but not physically. And it's so funny that I did see an article that someone posted, which makes sense. A lot of people are saying, oh, we're meeting with people in parking lots and sitting across from each other and blah, blah, blah. But a lot of people are saying that that's not what we should be doing at this point in time. We should literally be listening to what the professionals are saying and really physically distancing ourselves.
We've noticed a difference though. We live in a condo that has a big view and we can see the streets around us. Like, first of all, IKEA's parking lot's been empty for days, which is completely weird in itself. And the street that IKEA is on is usually busy. And it's been very, very dead around here. So we can see
stay home.
Yeah, stay home, everyone. That's what we're doing. We're home.
Yeah, we're home.
That's why you guys see, we actually have proof too. You guys see us every day that we are home. So
we aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, we aren't going
anywhere.
And
again, so another thing that we want to re-emphasize, which I think is a good idea. Yeah, we understand, Kelly. When we say stay home, we're saying that
for those who aren't
essential.
And we do want to call that out, guys. Anybody out there who has to go to work because you're an essential service, if you're frontline health worker, nurse, doctors,
grocery store, pharmacy,
grocery store, truck drivers,
EMS,
anybody out there who has to work, bankers, anything. We appreciate everything you're doing and that you're sacrificing your own health to keep the world running. And we appreciate your work and everything you do to the nth degree. We actually saw today, my sister sent us a video from Vancouver where at 7 p.m. in Vancouver, they actually all go outside
on their balconies and they make noise.
Yeah. And we would love to try to do something like that.
It would be so cool to do that here in North York
somehow. Like especially around our buildings, because we have a lot of buildings here. Even maybe have some of you guys participate in that. So I know we have a lot of friends who are in healthcare, like Tracy, who follows us from Kangoo. She's
Kelly here, who's also in healthcare, and honestly, there was a video, and I want to talk about
Ruth on Facebook. I've been following a lot of her posts, who also is a frontline worker. So if she's watching today, Ruth, I've seen your post this weekend. Another thing that I want to call to you guys and attention, I know we can't control everything everybody's doing, be kind.
Yeah.
These people are stressed, and everybody's stressed, so that's the thing, people are going to be impatient right now. So when you have a situation in public where someone snaps at you, think about that they're maybe having a bad day. And I know it's hard sometimes to just sit back and just calm down, but maybe try to calm them down by being a calm person.
Heather, I think it's great that you posted that. I think we really need to keep those things in consideration. So thank you for posting that, because if someone is saying, guess what, we should not physically be together, being 6 feet apart is not the answer. It's not like we should be making.
And Claudia said we were so close to the hospital, so if we could do that and some of them would hear.
Oh, it would be fantastic.
It would be
amazing.
amazing.
It would be amazing.
So I think we might even email our building.
Yeah, see if we can email the building and see what we can do.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to reiterate too is we released. Did we talk about that?
No,
Okay, yeah, we'll do that first. So always check. Another thing we want to talk about is checking back to Smartpoints. The last topic I believe on our Smartpoint thing is check your points with your scanner. Don't always trust the scanner. As much as we love the scanner is great in when you're in a bind.
Here's the trick, guys. If you're scanning something in a store and then all the point options come up for it and there's one says 3, one says 4, 6, then you know there's something wrong somewhere. Recalculate it. Put in the point values to your calculator and figure it out again. If you scan something and all of them are agreeing the same points, don't worry about it. It means the scanner's working. We say this because we have been tricked before where we thought certain things were certain points and they weren't until afterwards when we actually put in the nutritional value and calculated it manually. So this is just something that we really want to emphasize with everyone. The scanner works well, but some things that have been entered are wrong just because other members have entered it themselves. And also sometimes there's changes in the products. That's another thing too. Sometimes the original product that was scanned is still in there, and then they change the formula, or they added new ingredients, or they changed this packaging size, and so it changes the actual pointing of that specific.
And if the serving size changes, or someone actually enters the pointage but doesn't change the serving size to make it the correct serving size, it makes it look like it's less points.
Yeah.
Don't forget to oh, thanks. And Kelly, that's amazing that the church by you, near the hospital that you work at, rings their bell at 9, 3, 6, and 9 p.m. That's phenomenal.
Awesome.
Completely phenomenal.
So thanks Kelly, thanks everyone. So yes, if you guys like this video, please hit the like button. It does help us out. So that's the topic for today. If you guys have any more questions or tips about Smartpoints, keep going on the chat here.
Yeah,
we'll talk about them. Again, Facebook, we're sorry we can't see you guys' messages. You guys are tiny over there. We'll try to find a way to fix that someday, guys. We'll see for some
I wish we could do a dual screen somehow, but we need to have it on you. We need to.
No, I think I could do if I could put them both beside each other somehow. I can figure it out maybe someday. We'll figure it out, guys.
You'd have to open 2 windows.
Yeah, but remember I tried on Facebook on here didn't work once. So
it's because the messages on Facebook aren't in a separate chat. They're on our actual video.
And it's hard to see.
So it's hard to see.
Yeah. Okay, so upcoming events. So we are visiting workshops next weekend. I posted the lists of locations on our Facebook group. I don't have them with me right now, but I'll be posting details by this weekend again to those of you who are wondering for your workshop. And if you want to know, just comment in the comments below, and I'll let you know if we're going to that location.
Lynn had a great question. She said, if you have an item that's 5 points and you only need half, do you mark it as 2.5 or round it up to 3? Round it up to 3. Exactly. Yeah. Great answer, Heather. Yes. Round it up to 3. I could even say you could round it down to 2 as well if you wanted to. You have to make the judgment call on that.
What we've done sometimes is we'll eat something at 2, say something's supposed to be 2.5, we'll put it as 2, but if later on during the day we add something else that's supposed to be 1.5, then at that food we'll put 2. Because we know the 0.5 from that one will add up with the 0.5 of the other, and then it makes us a whole 2 points there. We've done that as well.
I like JL's answer best because I said go down to 2. But you have to be honest. You have to be smart about that. So if you are one of those people that is going to always be rounding down, I would then suggest that you round up.
Or do like we do. If you know that the first one you put it as round down.
Yeah.
But the next food you put in that has a 0.5 above, round up. So this way you're always catching any of those half fraction points that you might have missed. Because that's usually what we do. Because we'll have like a kashi bar, which we know is 7 points for the entire package. We'll each have 3.5 points worth, and we always put 3. But if you have something else later on that has a 0.5, we'll put it as another extra point on that other item. So.
And Jenna has a great point. Don't forget to track your points because that's where you get your wellness wins.
You even track your 0 point meals. Like if you have a 0 point meal, track it for breakfast so you get your points.
And the fact that they're doing streaks right now, the wellness win streaks, where you get more wellness points for the amount of times you put in your breakfast, how many times
in a day, in sequential days.
Sequential days.
Yeah.
So take advantage of that. And I will say this: if you are able to If you are able to donate those wellness wins right now to people who need food.
Yes.
There's a lot of people, and I'm sure even more so now.
That's what we're doing.
I will definitely be doing that again.
Yeah, so we're just
making sure that
if you want to, we're not saying you should be doing this.
But if you can
and donate your points to give people some food, that'd be great. Especially in the times we are in right now, there's gonna be a lot of people needing the help coming up.
Yeah.
So again, if you guys have any more questions about the topic today, Smartpoints is a topic we can talk about for hours because there's so many tips and tricks about it.
Kim's husband, the peanut gallery, said, "You get points for streaking?"
Yeah, sometimes.
Maybe he does.
Well, you get demerit points, maybe. No, it's not. That's driving.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you do get points.
The peanut gallery's on a roll. Boom, boom.
So next weekend we're doing live virtual workshops on Saturday. We're gonna be working out all week, Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. We'll be joining you guys on Facebook at 5 p.m. We'll be doing a high intensity class, either body step, body attack, or high intensity interval training. And at 6 p.m. we'll do a body or walk 15 or dancing, things that are a little lower impact on that time.
Exactly.
And the reason we do that, guys, is because when we do the opposite way, we found that we were not getting as much of a burn with a body because we tend to work out very intensely. So even when we were doing a body in the group, we would actually run around the room with everyone. We actually wouldn't stay in one place because we were so energetic. So we found that by doing a high intensity class first, it gets our hearts pumping, and then when we do a body, it just keeps us going for another hour. So
well, yeah. And we enjoy it that way. And not only that, by doing it opposite, because we were trying to do the high intensity after body, and it was making us stay online till like 8 o'clock, and then have dinner very late, and then it really threw our routine off.
So you'll see sometimes that, guys, we're doing these next few weeks of live items, guys. We might start tweaking stuff based on how we notice how it's impacting our life. Because remember, we're on every day. So like, for example, today, I know Dawn's watching right now, but Dawn, a coach from Newfoundland, had asked us to do a workshop tomorrow night in Newfoundland, St. John's West. And I replied to her, I said, right now we're not doing weekday ones because we're doing so many weekend ones that we need to kind of balance out. We can't burn ourselves out right now, especially with everything going on. So we'll get to seeing you guys at one point, but we're going to try to make it as many workshops as possible. And remember, if you guys aren't even part of the workshop we're joining, you can still follow us.
Yeah.
Sue Jones followed us.
And someone just said it was fun following. I don't remember. Someone just said it a few seconds ago. It was so much fun following you to the different workshops because I learned so many different things.
Yeah, so you guys can follow us anywhere we go. Just join our virtual workshops in other cities, and then you can join us there as well to get. And we've had a lot of fun doing it, so we're gonna keep doing it.
However, next Sunday is one little difference: is we will not be doing any virtual workshops on Sunday because we are going to be virtually climbing the CN Tower multiple times because we are doing 17,776 steps.
Yes.
So that is going to be done. Oh yes, I know, Rosie. We're going to be doing that on Facebook Live
and via YouTube Live.
Yes. We thought originally we were going to try to do a Zoom, but I don't think it'll work for that because it's too short.
It's too short, and we know that 17,000 steps will take us a few hours.
Oh, completely.
We are going to take our stepper out, and we will actually be going up and down the stepper, and we will put music on, so we'll be dancing with you guys, and we're hoping that you guys join us.
You should join us, Jana.
Yeah.
It's actually technically only supposed to be 1,776 steps.
So we're gonna challenge you guys to do 1,776, but we want to push ourselves harder, and because if we did 1776, we'd only be on for half an hour, and who would not everyone be able to join us. So we want to last and go a long time, so everyone can join us whenever they have time.
Set your own goal. If you want to set it to be, I want to do 5,000 steps that day. Come and do 5,000 steps with us. If you want to do 1,000, do 1,000. Don't feel like you need to achieve our goal.
Kim's gonna try to do the whole thing.
That's awesome. I love it, Kim. I love it.
So we're gonna do that next weekend.
Rosie is too.
We're gonna do that next weekend. So we will be live on YouTube. So if you are subscribed to us on YouTube, you will get a notification when we go live. I won't create an event for it like I normally do for YouTube. We'll just go live on that at that time. So if you come on next
we'll
Sunday,
probably let you know what time we're gonna go.
Yes. On Facebook, I'll post all that.
We'll let you know what time we're going live.
Most likely, we're thinking around 10 a.m. We're thinking about 10 a.m. just so everybody has time to do their workshops.
Yes.
Most workshops will be done by then, and then after that, we can all climb the CN Tower together.
Exactly.
And it might take a while. So you guys might see us for a long time while we're doing it. Because I don't think.
You know what we should do? I just had an idea. I'll tell you later.
So 10 a.m. next Sunday, we'll be doing that, and we hope you guys will join us. If you can join us anytime you want throughout the day, and then we'll climb together. And it's all for the World Wildlife Fund. What's kind of cool, guys, is our team raised a lot of money. over $2,500
which is
raised.
phenomenal.
And so we want to make sure that we thank all the people who donated, all the people who participated.
Yes.
We will climb the CN Tower again, guys.
It will.
It will happen. It will happen. So don't worry, okay? That's awesome. I'm hoping you guys all join us.
Yeah, please join us. It'd be fun just to get some steps in and then count it down.
Another thing we'll probably end up doing is we'll probably end up using our iPads for some filming this, because we'll want to keep our phones usable for posting. Because one of them we're going to use maybe post videos. We'll go live on Instagram to get people to join us, and just because the World Wildlife Fund wants to see pictures that day.
Yes, they want
pictures. To go live and stuff. So we're going to be doing that as well. We'll try to make it as fun as possible.
Yes, I would love that'd be awesome, Kim. If you guys want to go live too on our Facebook pages, on your personal pages, and let people know what we're doing, that would be great.
Guys, you guys see the only way our videos get out or anything that we do is through you guys. So if you want to share that you will be climbing 17,776 steps next weekend, share it.
Share it.
Yeah.
So last week we had a few videos that we released on Wednesday. I'll let you do the Wednesday. I want to do the Friday one since I'm knowing that.
Yes, so Wednesday was our recipe for pasta carbonara, which was playing earlier. And we love that recipe. We actually tested it and then did it again to film it. And we actually wanted it tonight, but we decided actually tonight we're not going to have dinner. We're just going to eat snacks tonight.
Because we're not really hungry. We've been eating a lot more than what we normally do. And last night was just, I don't know,
We ate too much yesterday.
Yeah. Another thing too is that pasta carbonara has Epicure in it. It has the Epicure
from Lana
mac and cheese
powder,
which is to die for.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about Friday. We released our one of our favorite things, which is massages.
Yes.
We love massages. So we released a video on Friday, and on Friday evening we got a comment on Facebook from one of our peeps. Who is a healthcare worker in Montreal. And I mean, the comment is still there, and I love the fact that her name is Stephanie, she reached out saying, "Hi guys, I love that you guys love massages, but I'm really hoping that this was filmed a couple weeks ago." And so I want to emphasize to all of you, yes, that video with James, our massage therapist, was filmed months ago actually. I think it was before we even went on the cruise. And so we did release it, and
it's been banked for a long time. And like we said, we've stopped doing the favorite things for a while.
We decided to change up on how we were doing our videos just because of what's going on out there. We want to be sensitive to people who are being very much impacted by what's happening in the world right now.
I don't want to post a video about, hey, look, I'm eating this product when most of us can't go buy the product because the store shelves are empty.
It just doesn't seem right.
It just doesn't seem right. People can't even go buy stuff right now because they're losing their jobs.
And I completely understand her concern about us being with someone in our own home when we should be physically distancing ourselves.
Yeah.
So we talked via email, we talked on the post, she then reposted on top. She was fantastic. And I want to emphasize the fact that if you communicate in a appropriate way, you can really learn from each other. Mm-hmm. Instead of automatically assuming and jumping the gun sometimes, as human beings, we sometimes read something and our backs get put up automatically. Mm-hmm. But no, instead of getting our backs put up, I read that and I was like, I actually appreciated the fact that she reached out and tried to make us realize that we were being smart. Yeah. And so thank you so much, Stephanie, for doing that. I greatly appreciate you reaching out and not making a big to-do comment of, it was no meanness whatsoever. It was all love and understanding and concern. I think it was out of concern.
And I think something based on that discussion we just had, so like we said, Favorite Things is going to be retired for a little while. We have a bunch of videos filmed for it. We actually have about 9 ready, but we're holding them back for now. We're actually going to start doing other videos. We actually had ideas of maybe this is what, and we'll throw it out there if you guys think these are good topics, but we thought, here's our fridge. How do we organize our fridge? Mm-hmm. How do we organize our kitchen?
Kitchen hacks.
Things like that. Things that you guys can actually use right now in your home.
We still will be having cooking videos because everybody still has food in their house.
Yeah.
So that won't be a problem at all.
Oh, and then we're doing it online.
We're doing it virtually, and then it's virtual, so you can see us climb because no one is climbing the CN Tower. It's been closed, unfortunately.
Okay, so okay, you guys think it's a good idea. So we were thinking of doing videos about that in the coming weeks. So of course, they haven't been filmed yet. It's going to take a while for us to start getting them ready. But we have ideas of doing other things that are more home-centric until, all this is over, so we can then start talking about favorite things again.
How to fold your laundry, because we fold our laundry and Nick loves laundry.
I'm very precise about how I fold my laundry, so maybe we'll do that too. So yeah, so we'll definitely do other different topics and bring them out throughout the next few weeks. So look out for those, and we're excited to try different types of videos for you guys. This week, what's coming up?
This week coming up, so on Wednesday we have a recipe. Our Instapot key was finally coming out.
You guys have been asking it for a while. I know Kim and Rosie have already seen the video because Kim was awesome to write it out for us. Kim is I actually sent her the recipes and Rosie ahead of time so that they can look at them and make sure that they all sound good, and then she sends me the instructions so that when we post them this week, they're gonna have full instructions already ready to go. So thank you so much, Kim. And then what else is happening this week, hon?
Casey is laughing about the laundry because he does the same thing. That's hilarious. Joe and Casey are actually from Windsor, the Windsor area, and they were at our dance party last night. And we had a chit chat with them and come to realize how similar their relationship is as far as the household chores.
And I also want to say about Sandra D. So Sandra D, if I know you're watching right now. So we saw you're talking about your video from your submission.
We still have it.
We still have it, and it's saved. We actually have an item to say when our tour restarts again. We're actually going to be
posting that video for sure.
And actually, we have
not forgotten about it at all.
We still have it. It's just that right now with the current times, it just doesn't make sense to post it because we're not doing a tour. So when we go back on tour, we're actually going to be visiting London. We will be using that video and posting it everywhere. So we still have it. It's just waiting in the wings. Next week as well. So next Saturday, we'll be doing our live weekly workshop at 4 p.m.
It's 3. Why do you put 4 all the time? That's 2 weeks in a row you put 4 and it's 3 p.m.
Oh,
we go
3
live
p.m.
At.
Sorry.
I was like,
I think I put 4 on everything.
I was like, we go live at 3.
Oh, maybe 4.
Might be 4 next week.
Maybe 4 next week. I'll check what I put, but I think I put 4.
It's 3 o'clock this week, so.
Yeah, but 4 might give us more time. Yeah. Anyways.
But then we go back on at 8. That's why we give 3.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Anyways, it doesn't really matter.
And then next Saturday, we're doing a games night. We're actually taking a break from the dance party, we might do it again, but we thought we'd do something different every week.
We might get you moving still. We're not saying you won't be moving, possibly, but and this games night is going to almost be like a whose line is it anyways type game, where we will make you guys guess some things, you guys will make us do some silly things.
You'll basically be watching us acting silly on camera and trying. We're gonna have ideas. We have ideas of games to try to run with you guys. So hopefully you guys have fun and join us and laugh with us. That's what we're gonna do next Saturday. And what other ideas do we have for Saturday shows, honey?
We've had a karaoke night, possibly. That would be fun during Zoom, though, because we want to hear people sing.
Yeah.
Naked Twister.
When we call people.
Or yes, we want to do.
When we call people, when we do karaoke.
Yeah, we do karaoke, but through webcam. Yeah. So that would work too. I love the husbands in the background, but you know what the funny thing is they're listening too, though. That's the funny part, is that they're listening.
He's peanut gallerying because he's listening.
Yes. So, you know what? We might have some impact on those peanut galleries over there.
So we'll be doing that next Saturday, and the next Sunday we'll be back live here again. And next week's word of the week is confidence. So this is something that we get asked a lot. How's your confidence changed since you've lost your weight? How's your confidence now? What is confidence? Why does it change when you go on this journey? What makes you more confident? Everything we'll discuss about that one word, because this is something that a lot of people talk about and ask us about.
And that word confidence can be used in so many ways. It's confidence in yourself. It's confidence in other people. It's confidence in the choices you make. It's confidence in. It can be really, really, really. It'll be an interesting topic, I think.
Yeah. So a few reminders. So our Facebook group, if you want to get up to the minute information about what we're doing, they already have a full list of all our workshops visiting next weekend. So they get first dibs information. They're always, and our group also influences our topics for our shows. They get to see stuff firsthand and get to influence what we do. So if you guys want to join our Facebook group, just look for WDs on Facebook. You can also send us emails at www.gays@gmail.com. So you can email us. We try to answer all our email. It takes us some time. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to do it, but we always end up answering. And you can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and TikTok now. So hopefully, Jean-Luc is posting the 5Ds right now. So Genevieve asks, when you look in the mirror, do you see the new you or old you or mix of both? How does that make you feel?
New me for now.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that next week.
We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. We will be live all week. You guys will get tired of us because we'll be on every single day. I hope some of you will join us when we work out tomorrow at 5 or 6. We'll be posting on Facebook the live video feed when it goes up. And again, thank you so much for everything.
Delay, distract.
Delay, distract. Drink water.
Drink water. Deep breath.
Drink water. Deep breath and discuss. Okay, thank you, Carol. She says that no one gets tired of us.
I'm sure some people do.
Some people do. I'm sure that we're not. There you go. The 5Ds are just posted.
And I'll post them on our page too, so that way they're still posted everywhere.
And something else coming out this week. There will be a challenge coming out this week.
I forgot. We forgot about that. Thanks, Rosie.
We filmed something on Thursday before we did our Walk 15 workout that we made a challenge that we'll be throwing out there. You don't have to do it to the extreme that we did, but it's a small little challenge that we think everyone will have fun doing, and hopefully some of you even record it like we did.
And again, I am not taking credit. We are not taking credit for these 5Ds. These are 5Ds that we learned from a workshop in one of the virtual workshops.
I wish we would have wrote down the.
I really wish I would have remembered the person who did that, but I don't remember, unfortunately, because I mean. I'll tell you this, doing as many workshops as we had and being at home all the time, we feel like it's turned into the day of the week is Saman to Wed Thurfi Saturday. Does that make sense?
It feels like all the days are the same because it's like when did we do this again?
When would the challenge be posted?
The challenge we posted on, I think, April 1st, so that's Wednesday.
Yes, because it's an April challenge.
April challenge.
We're doing this for April.
So we are not gonna. This challenge is something that each person is gonna be able to do on their own. It is an activity challenge. We'll be honest with that. It's an activity challenge, and for some of you, it'll be difficult to do, but you can make it easier on yourself, and then you can actually record it and share it in our group or share it on your social media, on Connect, wherever you want. But we're gonna encourage you to do something that's a little difficult, and you have a whole month of April to figure it out. So.
And we were just given a new 6D, disinfect. That is funny.
That should be the first.
I love it.
First, buy the food disinfectant.
Don't touch your face. Yes, I love it. That's so funny.
And you know what? When you tell yourself not to touch your face, you touch your face.
I was saying it earlier. I'm a sign language interpreter. All interpreters, we all touch our faces as
And
jobs.
no, Kim, it's not an April Fool's.
No. It's not
actually,
April
I'll
Fool's.
be honest. I don't like doing April Fools. I haven't I've never liked doing them. So do not expect any April Fool's jokes from us, guys. No. That's not gonna happen. I don't like tricking people. I don't like making people like duping people.
You know what makes me laugh is that when you said April Fools, I thought of it in French, and I was like, it makes no sense.
Poisson d'avril.
Yes, it's April Fish in French.
Yeah. I don't like April Fools myself, and Jean-Luc is not. We've never done it. So for us, it's going to be a regular day, and we want to post that challenge because we think it's a good April challenge for you guys to try.
Didn't we play one April Fool's joke on Lisa one year?
No.
I thought, and it was it was not even major. I was like, I think I told her I was pregnant.
Yeah, because
that's not gonna happen.
I wonder. So thank you guys so much.
We're not April Fool's people at all.
So thank you so much, especially this year. I don't want to even know what people are going to do. It's not a good time to make April Fool's.
Guess what, people? My birthday's in April too, Lynn. So we might be having a virtual birthday. It's a Saturday.
No, but it's sad because we were originally planning to do a workshop on his birthday. We're going to be in Windsor on his birthday, and it's really sad that we're not going to be able to do
The challenge hasn't been announced yet, Joyce. It's actually a video that we'll be posting this week sometime.
On Wednesday.
Yeah, on Wednesday.
April 1st, right?
I'm April 18th. My birthday is on the 18th, and originally we were gonna have we were gonna be in Windsor.
Yeah.
And we were gonna have a get together of some kind.
May I have a Jean-Luc's birthday
party?
party?
We'll have a Jean-Luc's virtual birthday party live on Facebook, possibly. Well, it'll be a Saturday night, so we'll do a dance party. Maybe we'll do another games night, or maybe that'll be the karaoke night.
Yes.
Since I'm a karaoke fanatic, I love karaoke.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yay! Julie's April 4th.
That's awesome.
Oh, happy birthday! Oh yes, and Rosie's was March 12th. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks again, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Stay safe. Oh, and Sandra's going live at 8:30, so come hang out with Sandra D.
And Kim is also doing some live coffee chats.
I love that idea, Kim.
If you guys are in our Facebook group, ask Kim about her coffee chats that she's doing as well. You guys can join that as well. So lots of stuff happening, guys. Just look out there, get the support you need, visit virtual workshops, keep social. That's what's important right now. I think if you're on your own, if you're at home and even if you're on your own, if you're on your own journey, you're at home alone and you're struggling, just use the tools you need to get through this time.
Well, one of the people in one of the workshops was saying, guess what? It's really easy to be home. My routine's completely changed because I have kids who are teenagers that like to cook.
Yeah.
And they're not cooking WW stuff. They're cooking like all these rich and decadent desserts. And they're like, it's tough. So I can imagine what that's like when you're with somebody in a household, when you're in a household with other people that aren't on the same journey as you are.
So thank you so much. Hit the like button below to help us out. Share the video if you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the topic today, if you think it'll help someone else, please share it. Everybody always asks us, what's the one thing we can do for you guys? Share our content, share our recipes. That's the best way to do it because that's how people get to know us and we get to do more things like this. And we would love someday to be able to even do a cross-country tour. So if we get more people following us, we can revisit Winnipeg and Calgary and go to the States and visit all these other people and do the WWE's tour.
Yeah.
Like an international tour.
Susan's saying that there's an Elton John concert tonight at 9 p.m. We don't have cable,
yay.
so we can't watch that, unfortunately. We don't have cable at all. We haven't had it in like a couple of years.
Yep.
And Jana, it was awesome meeting you today in person in your workshop.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll talk to you on Saturday for sure.
Yeah.
We'll be chatting with you on Saturday for sure.
Have a great night, everyone.
Look at this.
And he was here the entire time, our co-host, Seba.
And Keikos is over here on the couch. You just don't see him.
Yeah. Have a good night.
We don't have regular TV at all, Joyce. We don't have anything at home.
We don't have any cable
We have
whatsoever.
no TV at all. We haven't in 2 years. We do everything online now. Although, what network is it on?
Yeah.
Because the only thing we have is CBS All Access, which they have a
They won't
live
have
version,
one,
but I don't
yeah.
think they'd have that.
So someone's asking about the US groups. The US groups, we had to actually get someone to give us their code to actually join. We don't have access to all the locations for US.
No.
If someone asks us to visit a US workshop, we can
They'd have to ask permission to see if they can allow us to join with them.
But it was so much fun
Yeah.
and doing the Richard and Don's workshop. So I hope other US locations, other US fans ask us to visit their virtual workshops.
Love seeing you too last night on Zoom, Bev. It was so awesome, and we're thinking of you and everything that's going on with your family right now. Anybody who's going through any type of heartache or a really rough time, we're giving you guys a bunch of virtual hugs, huge virtual hugs. We're here to support you guys. Everybody in our group is so supportive.
Hugging right now, giving hugs. Have a great night, everyone.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
We could probably